Welcome to datascience.show, the podcast where data science meets executive leadership. We talk with top AI and analytics thought leaders about turning data into real business impact. If you're a C-level leader or data expert shaping the future, you're in the right place.
Let me start with a short, painful vignette. Two product teams at a large telco each built a churn prediction model. Both models looked reasonable. Both were deployed. Then, customers started getting different offers for the same risk profile. Revenue leakage widened and costs ballooned because neither team trusted the other's work. Nobody owned the duplication, and leadership didn't even realize the multiplied cost until the finance review. Sound familiar? This is exactly the kind of inefficient rebuild and reinvent cycle an internal model marketplace is meant to stop. From models to measurable value, this is where we begin.
Quick frame. I'm speaking to CEOs, CTOs, Chief Data Officers, Heads of Analytics, and Procurement. If your AI program is scaling beyond a single team, unmanaged model reuse is not a technical quirk. It's a governance, funding, and operational problem. A marketplace is not just an engineering catalog. It's a leadership lever that aligns incentives, reduces redundant cost, and creates auditable, trustable reuse. Strategy before technology. Decisions first.
So, what is a model marketplace exactly? Think of it as an internal product marketplace for reusable decision logic, models, ensembles, feature sets, and the small contracts that let teams consume them safely. It includes a searchable catalog, certification gates so consumers know what level of risk they're taking, economic signals, showback, internal pricing, or funded capacity, and a lightweight governance board to adjudicate disputes. The consumer experience should be simple: discover, evaluate the certification evidence, request access, and onboard under a clear SLA.
Inventory and discovery is where most programs stall and where you can win fast. Run a rapid 72-hour inventory sprint. Target the top business domains: churn, fraud, pricing, recommendation. Pull artifact metadata from repos, deployment records, and platform logs. Ask 3 questions for each candidate. Is there an active deployment? Who consumes it? What's the estimated cost or value it touches? That gives you the high-impact reuse candidates and the obvious duplicates. Deliverable: a prioritized top 10 list with owners identified and estimated annualized cost or savings.
Certification gates are the marketplace's trust currency. Don't over-engineer them. Start with an evidence-first checklist for a baseline certification. Performance parity benchmarked on a holdout, lineage showing training and input data sources, data freshness indicators, basic bias checks against key segments, security posture and access controls, and an SLO definition for inference latency and availability. For higher risk tiers, add independent sampling audits and adversarial checks. Crucially, include a fast-track review path for urgent use cases to avoid pushing teams into shadow rebuilds.
Now, the money question. How do you make this economically sustainable? There are 3 patterns to present to finance and procurement. 1. Showback. Track consumption and include it in internal reports so teams see real cost. 2. Internal pricing. Charge a modest per call or per model fee to fund platform costs. 3. Funded shared services. Central budget for a protected capacity for mission-critical models. Each has trade-offs. Showback is low friction and educates teams. Pricing creates harder accountability, but can penalize reuse if set poorly. Funded capacity reduces friction, but needs governance. Start with Showback, accompany it with internal credits or recognition for publishers, and iterate once you have measurable savings to justify pricing.
Governance, the human part. Set up a small marketplace board with rotating seats from product, platform, procurement, legal, and a senior data representative. Define risk tiers: low, medium, high. Low tiers get an automated certification path. Medium require a board review within a short SLA. High-risk models: Think customer financial decisions or safety-critical systems require an audit and a formal contract with legal and procurement. Keep approval SLAs short. Committees are a bottleneck if they meet weekly. Aim for asynchronous reviews and a 5-business-day turnaround for medium-tier items.
Operational patterns matter as much as policy. Require minimal packaging expectations, a consumer contract, API spec plus expected inputs, a versioned model artifact with changelog, a rollback plan, and a consumer-facing SLA. Use semantic versioning for models so downstream teams know whether an upgrade is additive or breaking. Include a short snippet for consumer contracts, what inputs you expect, what guarantees you provide, and who to contact when behavior is unexpected. Those 3 lines of contract save months of debugging and finger-pointing.
What should executives see on a dashboard? Keep it board-ready. Reuse rate, percentage of production inference served by certified marketplace models. Cost saved per model. Estimated annual savings against rebuild baseline. Certification latency. Time from submission to certified. Concentration risk. How much business depends on your top-end models. And an incidence log for model-driven outages or regressions. 1 page, 1 slide. That's what the executive team will actually read. Pilot plan, fast and focused. Day 0 to 7, finalize your top 10 candidates from the 72-hour inventory. Days 8 to 30, run parallel certification sprints, evidence collection, parity testing, lineage validation. Days 31 to 60, onboard 2 to 3 consumer teams and measure behavior, adoption rate, response time, and cases avoided. Days 61 to 90, present measured savings to finance, iterate certification friction points, and formalize governance. Time boxing reduces ceremony and proves value before you expand. Leadership and change management is the softer, hardest part. Avoid punitive centralization. Incentivize publishing with recognition, internal credits, and service-level commitments. Encourage product teams to remain responsible for model outcomes. Publishing does not absolve ownership. Make reuse the easiest path. Good docs, one-click access for approved consumers, and a small team to help publishers package models initially. Behavioral change is one with convenience and aligned incentives, not with mandates alone.
Before I wrap up, 3 board-ready actions you can take next week. 1. Commission a 72-hour inventory sprint and deliver a top 10 model candidate list. 2. Stand up a lightweight certification checklist and pilot it against those top 10 with a 30-60-day SLAs. 3. Report early KPIs to finance and the exec team, reuse rate, estimated cost savings, and certification latency. Small, measurable steps that show governance is producing value, not just process.
If you want a starter pack to make those steps concrete, we built a model marketplace starter kit, a catalog taxonomy, a certification checklist, contract snippets, and a 30-90-day pilot template you can use immediately. Download it at datascience.show/model-marketplace. Do this pragmatically, measure it, and iterate. That's how you turn repeated rebuilds into predictable savings and reliable decisioning. That's the difference between models and value.
Thanks for listening. If this episode helped clarify a path forward, subscribe, share with a peer in procurement or product, and let us know what pilot you run. I'll be watching the comments and the LinkedIn thread for questions. Let's make AI work in the real world with clarity over complexity.
Thanks for listening to datascience.show. If you found value in this episode, subscribe, share it with your network, and join us next time as we explore how data science drives smarter decisions and better business outcomes.